First of all, before I get started, there's just an awful lot going on in the country today, and I just again offer a blessing over everything. Whether you're for or against, you're excited, you're not excited, that's okay. It's not okay, but the bottom line is we just know who's in control, and in my mind, it's a great time because we all know who's in charge here. So, I know on Wednesday nights, like I mentioned earlier, we've been coming together here, and I think you've got that recording going there, Aaron. So, but last week we covered a little bit about how to log in, and we've talked about over the last few weeks about how to navigate a little bit of your back office, and last week also about how to enroll a customer and help get a social business partner, started here. And because when I try and lead people to everything that's going on here, and when people begin to get started, just like everything else, when you start a new job, a lot of times it's confusing, you don't know what to do, and you're following somebody's lead and they're trying to help you understand things. But as you kind of get the rhythm of what's going on, you kind of get in sync with everything, and you learn, well, what's important, what's not important, and the simple things that you need to do on a regular basis. And over time you just get a little bit better at it. And that's kind of what we do here. It's kind of like an apprenticeship. We get started somewhere and we slowly come down this road, I should say, following somebody else's lead to some degree until we kind of understand enough of it ourselves. And at that point, hopefully we've had enough help that we've been able to get maybe a team or two of our teams started, something like that. And we're getting a lot of help at getting that to begin to move forward. And again, as we pick it up and people that we help get started to this movement and begin to get their mind around it, we can kind of turn around and help them to the best of our ability. And we've always got somebody we're connected to that can help us, to that next level, that next understanding that maybe we haven't gotten to yet. There are people that you'll bring to this movement that in some ways just basically, I hate to say it like it sounds, but want you out of the way. They engage with this, they understand it, and really they're just off and running. And that's always what we hope and pray for, but not everybody does that. In some cases, a lot of people stumble when they first get going here. I've heard people say, well, this is real confusing. I don't know how this works, and I can't understand that. Well, I was the same way. In some cases, Steve Burns helped me for 2 to 3 months, 60 to 90 days to understand the very simple things that today I just could not understand how I missed. But that's okay. Today I begin to understand it even a little bit better. It's kind of like riding a bike. Once you get the hang of it, you wonder what was so hard in the beginning. And it's just getting in sync with what's going on. So, tonight I really wanted to get a little bit more into how to build teams and how to look at your business, how to pay attention to what's going on, and how to help it begin to move forward just a little bit. So when I pull up this screen share here, if I can get everything straight here, make sure it all works. There we go. If you can see that okay, that's just nothing but a Safari browser. If you can see that okay, Aaron, just give me a thumbs up. But when I pull this up and I get ready to get started, obviously I always go to the same site. In my computer right now, I do have it set up where I just log in automatically, but for the sake of example, I'm going to go to my own website, celebrate.myalovéa.com, and I'm going to go straight to my personal website. And right now, this particular site I've set up as a demo site so we can kind of look through it. The numbers are kind of skewed. They're not absolutely correct, but it was just set up to help me as a demo so I can help people understand a little bit better how to navigate through all of this. So from there, I'll go right up here and I'll click sign in. And just like I did last week, I increased the size of my cursor so you can follow that big black pointer there. I've got my own login information already saved in there, so I can simply go in and log in, and it lands me directly to my dashboard. From there, I always go every single day immediately to my reports home file. And that shows me not only my rank requirements, but it also shows me my key stats. Is my position qualified? Is my binary qualified? And previously I did show you how to look at that by clicking on this little question mark here, and it'll pop up and show you a little bit about what the understanding on each of these is. And of course, are you on the flex ship? And so while you're not required to be on the flex ship, but it does give you the discount, and it does keep you qualified once you set things up and are pretty confident on what you buy every single month. And you can change that at any time. Obviously, you can see the commission summary and what's happened the last 4 weeks and year to date. And and what my next check will be coming this Friday in this position right here, which is not very much. But, when you think of $82 to $100 a week, that's, over $300 to $400 a month right there. Just when you think about that coming every single week, 4.23 weeks, So when you think about just a little money on a weekly basis, overall, that can be a big difference. I can see all the stats and the, things that are going on in the people that I personally enrolled. I can also scroll right on down and look at my binary overview here. And I can, of course, see what's going on in my left team and my right team. Just like last week when I showed you this, my left team is obviously bigger than my right team. So it continues to accrue that balance right there in my total BV, which is the overage that gets flushed every single week. So that's kind of what I look at every single day. Now, for the sake of this example, I've actually signed up a new social business partner. And when you brought a new social business partner or even an affiliate into your business, immediately they will go into your holding tank. Obviously, I showed you over here how you can do your binary placement automatically by letting the computer do it. But most people choose this area right here, the binary holding tank. And when you do that, when you personally enroll a social business partner, and for the sake of example, I don't get into affiliates. I strictly talk about either customer or social business partner. Affiliates kind of fall into that gray area that allows them to earn income, but is not really part of building teams. So it doesn't apply to a lot of this that I show you. That being said, I'll go right over here to my reports and I'll pull down to where it says my binary report, and I'll click on that, and it instantly brings me up to my entire binary tree, if you will. There's my binary report. There's my binary volumes. It'll show what my carryover has been, what is new this week and last week and so forth in my weeks over the last 4, and also in my right team over here. So you can kind of keep a running total and keep a look at how your teams have gone up and down over the last 3 to 4 weeks. It always calculates the last 4 weeks, including your current week, obviously. So when you think about that, that's kind of how this works on a regular basis. You can see this week, commission week, will end this Friday on the 22nd. So that being said, when I look down here to my binary report and I see my left team, I can also scroll a little bit to the right here and I can see the right team. And it tells me right here in the qualifying QV 4 weeks, how much volume is in that for the last 4 weeks. This also tells me roughly what's going on this week, and so when I look here to the left, you can see that's a little bit higher and that's what's going on there in those 4 weeks. But I can see that the right leg is my shorter team. So I may be considering building this team here, and I'm wanting to add to that. Now, right under my key position right here, you can see that there's a little arrow to the left and there's another arrow to the right. By clicking on those arrows, it will navigate all the way down the outside leg of each of the people in my right team. Just like if I click on it right here, you'll see that it'll navigate all the way to the bottom of my right team. And at the very bottom is this individual here. And all these people are the people that are one on top of the other, all the way down that right side team on my right team. So if I wanted to place my new social business partner in this team right here, because it was my short team, I would go over here and I would click on where it says holding tank, and I would click on SB partner, which is my social business partner, whoever that may be. I'll click on it and I'll come right over here and I'll look at the first available open spot. In this example, this is a team on my right side. So I always place to the right on the outside team to the right, and always to the left on the outside team to the left, whichever team I might be personally working with or building. And obviously this is somebody I have personally signed up and I'm building my team. So I'll follow all the way down. And by doing so, I'm actually adding volume to at least half of everybody between me and all the way to the top up here. Some people may think, well, why wouldn't I go to this person or this person and start their second leg on each one of these people? That's not how I build my business. I build my business by helping others build their business. And in this example, I'm building 50% of everybody's business in my right team when I'm personally enrolling people and beginning them at the bottom of my, what I call power leg. So I'll come over here to this place where it says place, and I'll click on that. It'll instantly drop down and says, are you sure you want to place your social business partner to the right of this individual? And I'll click, I am sure. And when I do that, it'll say, hang on, it'll wait just a few seconds or so. and then it will pop up and you can see that it has instantly placed that individual at the bottom of that right leg. Anytime I would like to go up and scroll up and down any of those legs, I can click on any one of these people and it will pull them up to the center, and I can look and see if they have anybody in their second team. And a lot of people down this team right here, it's okay if they haven't started their second team. I may look all the way to the bottom of this individual, back to the bottom, and find that nobody in between here. But there might be one individual, like this individual here, who has started their second team and has done very well at reaching out and helping other people begin to do the same thing. And so that's where a leader will begin to spring up. And of course, in this example, I just used Donna Norton as an example, and she's doing much better than this example really shows. But that's the power of a leader like Donna Norton. She can literally come from where you would least expect. And so another person I'm so honored to be a part of in my organization. And this is just an example. Again, I pulled bits and pieces from different areas to help, with the help of Steve and some other people to create this demo site so I can show you how examples can work here. And I go right back up to myself personally up here. So I can also, in this top right-hand corner here, that little X, I can click on it and it will expand my team. And you can see it obviously got a lot larger. I can come down here under any one of these individuals. An example, this individual here, and I can click on that arrow that points straight up, and I can bring her organization to the center and look at who she's got on the right and who she's got on the left. And of course, she only has one person on the left. So that's how I can navigate down through my organization. Anytime I'd like to, you might say, go back to the top, I just, of course, click right up here in the top right-hand corner. And again, I can navigate down any one of these legs that I may choose by clicking on that down arrow. And it will also give me the people in between there. So that's how I kind of navigate my binary. Normally, I will leave it collapsed like this and kind of scroll back and forth because it makes it a lot easier for just me to personally do. So I may bring this individual up and be looking at what's going on here and realize that even though they've started a second team right here, the second team actually on the inside has even outgrown what's happened on the left side over here. But that's okay. Again, you just don't know where your leaders are going to be coming from. And again, you step in and you begin to help them when you see people begin to rise like that. And again, I've said before, leaders are like cream. They rise to the top. So you never know. You just never really know. Our job is to serve people that get started here to begin to get the benefits of our product, number one, and to help them reach out to at least one or more people that they love and care about to start their very first team. And as people begin to move on, helping each new social business partner help that new person to begin to help another new person, you can see how you can build down each of the teams and build at least 50% of each person's business as you begin building yours. And that's the benefit of being connected to a leader, because people that understand how this mechanical machine, this movement, this structure and function of our entire business works, you can see how if you work it to the benefit of other people, it is certainly going to pay you as well, but it's also going to help begin to get them started. And then you turn around and help other people begin to build their second team. And over time, you'll begin to get more seasoned at doing just that, along with the help of your upline, because we all work together. So when we talk about building teams and teams of teams, if I'm helping you and you're part of somebody else's team, then I'm helping them build teams and teams of teams. And they're helping me build my team, as well as my upline is helping me build his team and their teams. And so it all works together. And that's how we build teams and teams of teams. So your real job is to focus on, first of all, getting your position started with 2 social business partners and beginning to help reach out to each one of those to help them open the door to at least one or more of the people that they love and care about. And again, don't prejudge, because you never know who may take off and just literally outrun you. So I like to help people understand the simplicity of our entire structure and function of our business. Again, as your business begins to grow, you may see individuals who you'd like to know more about their business. And let me give you another example here. In this position here, I might pull it up to the center and be looking down under, and I might say, well, I wonder how much this volume is this person really doing? And I'll click on that. But because I don't have the Social Business Partner Elite program, it does not allow me to look at them more in detail. And as you can see right here on the grade part of the screen, you can see that there is a lot more detail, contact information and other things that you could, be in touch with them about and look at more in depth at what's going on with their business. So there's just lots of ways you can really look in more in depth as you grow. And that's the advantages of having the Social Business Elite program, because it does allow you many reports that give you the details that you just won't find in the basics. However, just know that being a Social Business Partner Elite also comes with rewards that literally offset the cost of what it costs you every single month. So, that being said, in essence, it basically pays you about a nickel a month by simply having it. So it's kind of a neat program. So from there, you can look into many other activities. If I go back to my reports homepage, you can see who's close to the next level. You can click right there. Again, it involves one of those reports that the Elite program offers you. You can go right back and look at what is the Team Builder report. And that's a report that you can actually look at to see who is in fact close to Team Builder. In this example, I only have one person that has been registered, and you can see simply because they came in with a champion pack that they are instantly a team builder. Now, that being said, if they had just gotten started, and they did 2 days ago, they have 26 days left. If this was only at 50% or is it 30% or 25%, and told me the volume, I would be able to watch as the volume comes in over the next number of days. And when they get close to where they have 4 or 5 days or 8 or 10 days, and they're maybe 80 or 90% to Team Builder, I can watch this report and reach out to them and encourage them to look at the difference there and what that could mean for them. You can do that by clicking on the details. But again, being a Social Business Partner Elite will give you those details that allow you to look more in depth into your organization, which does include contact information. And that's somewhat of a security issue. We feel that people that are serious with this program will always become the Social Business Elite partner. So there's just a lot to really look at in your business here. I don't want to confuse people with a lot of details here, but what's really neat is you can get in and begin to look at every bit of this. And don't be afraid of it. It's not going to get you into an area that could create a problem. It's not going to be a situation where you might mess something up and have to go to customer service to deal with or anything, because for the most part, it's just open for you to browse and look at virtually anything and everything. And by going back to square one and going back to the beginning report, it all goes back to the way it was, if you will. So if you've navigated into your binary a little bit and you don't know quite how to get back where you're at, you can always just go over here to your reports. And an example, if I was in the binary and I had navigated down this leg and, I might have gone up here to this individual right here, and I was over here and I was looking at this leg and thought, well, now how did I get back up there? I can always simply go up here and click on my binary report. And it'll bring me right back again to square one. Let me pull that up here. There we go. I can go right back up here to where it says you, and I'm right back to square one. Another thing you can do is go up here under search, and you can type in the name of, just like I looked up and just place that Social Business Partner. So I might type in SB and P, which would be part of that. So it doesn't give me any answer, but if I type in SB and search for it, it found one, which meant Social Business Partner. So it'll take me directly to that individual. If I was looking for another individual, I might click reset. I could go up here and type in the word, for instance, Donna, D-O-N-N-A. And I found 3 people with the name Donna. And I could go to the one in particular that I might be looking for, Donna Reese, for instance, and I would look up and find her position, and I'd be able to look at where exactly she is in my organization. An example, if I come down my left leg all the way down until I reach this person on her right leg, this person on her left leg actually signed up somebody who enrolled Donna. So I see how it is kind of dog-legged down into my organization. So somebody might ask me, I think I'm in your group. Who's my upline or something, and they're trying to get connected. You can always navigate through and maybe find them this way. So there's just some options, of course, you can do to begin to navigate even more. And again, if you're not sure, just try it. Again, you can't mess anything up. You can always click reset. You can always go right back up to your reports and go back into the beginning and start over if you choose. So again, I just want people to know the simplicity of that. It's not something that you have to struggle with to learn an awful lot. And for the most part, your home reports every single day will tell you virtually everything you want to know. And for what you're really at this point not understanding, I think for a lot of us, that just takes a little bit of time, maybe a week or two, and a little bit of volume and a little bit of, question and answer, and you'll begin to click with how simple our system really is. So, Marlene, I think you're still on with me. If you've been able to get your microphone undone and been able to hear us okay. Can you hear me okay, Marlene?
I can. Thanks. Sorry about all that. Really
That's
sorry.
okay. I know the age of electronics. Is there anything you wanted to bring up at this point? I know that you're very helpful in working with people through the system and things of that nature. Is there something maybe I could best cover a little differently or better?
I think that was great. Maybe someone has a quick question at this point. Okay, so Jeff, could you show how to download contacts information? That came up in the chat, Christina. Uh, like to download the contacts, so that you could print them out or something like that.
Well,
Is that
again,
your idea?
let me see what I can actually bring up here. But if I'm not mistaken, the problem with your contacts is, as a social business partner elite, the only thing it actually will give you is a phone number and an email address. That's their only contact information. And I don't have a way that I believe I can show you on this report here, because I don't have the social business partner elite program with this account. Let me see here a minute if there's a way that I can pull that up. On my team activity feed, I can pull up an example and click on details there. And that's how I can find out on this individual. So on my new people that are coming in, uh, again, and these are just people that have recently placed somebody that we've kind of used some positions and all, but you might look at this one here and it shows that this buy 5, get 1 free was purchased by these individuals, enrolled by myself, and the upline diamond is Shalene. And this again is for examples, and it shows my contact email and phone number and also this individual's. And so it's just a way that, and this was a gift that I'd sent to this individual through this site. But that's the only contact information that it really passes on to us out here in the field. And that's a lot for security reasons. They don't give other mailing information, home address, or any of that kind of stuff, just strictly email. And if so chosen, the contact phone number is the only part that's really passed on. And at the risk of exposing some of these people's information, I just put these in here for example, so I'm not going to pull up their information. But like this one right here was put in for example, and it shows who the social business partner phone number is and who that email address is. And there's myself. And of course, that's the enroller and phone number and email address. And there's the upline diamond. And she doesn't post her cell phone number on this particular report. So it's just a way that we can see who that person is and who they're connected to, who enrolled them in particular. Now, one thing about yourself, there's no way that a social business partner can find out who their enroller is or who their upline is. But I can look at people in my organization and see who is between us and who enrolled them. But I could not see who personally enrolled me in my position. I could not also see who their upline or anybody subsequently is in the upline lineage of our organization. So just know that our positions are very private, very personal, and so is our contact information. The company is very, very protective of that. And the only thing they do kind of let out is the email and contact phone number. So just be sure I had to cover that.
Jeff, may I say real?
Absolutely, Steve, step in.
Yeah, so the other issue is when you sign up a social business partner or a customer and they agree for the company to be able to send them newsletters and things like that, they're not agreeing to you being able to send them anything, and the company vets everything that they send out. So that's another reason that legally they can't share the information of the people we sign up. But if you've done your due diligence and you have all that contact info, your people should be kept on your list, and you should have all that from when you made first contact with them. So that's an important tip for everyone as well. Thanks, Jeff.
Great point, Steve. Thank you. And Steve, if there's anything you'd like to add to anything we've talked about tonight, I know you had some things ahead of this and were able to slip in a little while ago. So I don't know if you saw anything or needed a comment on anything. You're certainly welcome to do so.
I got hijacked by people in your organization overseas. So I had to jump on a WhatsApp with all of them, and they're very excited over there. They're very excited to have these products, and they've been receiving products and seeing amazing results. So I said, well, y'all should be on Jeff's Zoom. I'm going to jump over there. I was just getting on when you guys chimed in, and they said, oh, they apologized. But the good news is you record everything. And so that's it. You went over what you were going to go over on this Zoom with me. You were talking with me last night about it. And this is great. These are the kinds of things that people need to see, these hands-on things. And you can go back and review the recordings over and over again. And Jeff's committed to do more modules on some of these things. And I'm sure that he and I will talk, and he and Dave, he and Marlene, he and Shalene, and he and Jan, and we will get what people really want. If you have things you want to know about, how do we do this? I'm having trouble grasping this concept. It's actually easy for us because it's second nature. So for Jeff to do a tutorial, that would be great. So just make sure you reach out and let whoever invited you to this call know that you wanted to know certain things, or right now in the chat room, just chime in and let Marlene know so Jeff could cover that. But you're doing great, Jeff. Thanks.
Thank you.